Welcome back to Halftime on San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN AM 1250 and 103.3 FM. We're on the go at sasportstar.com. And tomorrow we'll be on the road at the Tobin Center. Come by to watch Ryan Garcia do his public boxing practice. It's going to be fantastic. Again, it's at the Tobin Center from 12 to 2. And I understand that Carolina Teague is trying to tag along because she loves her some Ryan.
I love me some boxing.
I know.
I love me some boxing. Anything boxing, I'm in there like swimwear. So I will be stalking Michael. I'll be his tea deliverer. I have some mint tea. I'll give
Yes.
it to him so he can feel better. But I really am there so I can go
Oh,
see Ryan Garcia.
my allergies are killing me
See,
today. But I had to power through because I'm super excited about this segment. We have Mariana joining us right now. Now, for those of you who don't know, she is one of my favorite TikTokers with the content that she creates online. And I was at a bar the other day, Carolina,
yeah.
and I was talking to Jeff Garcia from Locked On Spurs and Ken's Five, and we were talking about our favorite content creators. And I brought her up, and I noticed that she had an email icon. And I said, you know what? I'm going to send her an email. And she responded back saying that she would love to be on the show. And Mariana is with us right now. She's kind of a dating relationship expert. Would you say, Mariana?
I don't know about expert, but I sure like to try. Michael.
Very nice. I absolutely love your TikToks because it's so funny about how, people are trying to get dates. People are trying to find love out there. And correct me if I'm wrong, it's harder now than it was back in the day.
It sure feels like it is. I've been single for about 5 years now, and let's just say it's been an adventure.
Now, what do
Some high
people
points, some low points.
what do people ask of you? Because I know this is your business, right? So one of the things that you do is you help people create their own dating profiles. You critique it, and you also do dating coaching, right? So how does it all work?
So the way it works is, yes, the coaching is part of it, the dating profiles is part of it, but really it's about the dating and the singles community, bringing everybody together to share their own experiences with each other and ask each other for help and questions, and let that network kind of develop on its own.
So we have a question from one of our listeners. His name is Justin Simmons, and you are the perfect person to ask since you give great relationship advice. I love your TikToks. His question is, what is your advice who got for guys that work in sports but they don't make any money?
I feel like guys really focus on the career aspect, the income, and it can be a real roadblock to finding that partner that they're looking for. I'm going to say this, and every guy is going to shake his head and argue, but it's not the first thing that women think about. We don't care about the income level. We care about the connection. We want good conversation, good personality, and someone that's going to be there with us no matter what.
Now, how does somebody know that they're ready to start dating? Because some people break up, they go through divorces, they go through big breakups. How do you know when someone is officially ready to go?
I don't know if there really is an officially ready to go point that you hit ever. I know that a lot of times being ready for a relationship can get confused with feeling lonely. And that's where we get a little bit of the miscommunication as far as what people are looking for and what we're finding in the dating world. But you're never ready. You're just ready to meet new people and keep growing.
So this is kind of a nasty question, but one of our listeners had another question. When you start dating, can you do number 2 in the restroom? Like, when can you go to their house, and when can you do number 2? He
Wow.
said it's 3 months that it's this guy named Clint. He said he's been dating this girl for 3 months. He's scared to go to her house and just kinda do the deed there. What is a good time frame for somebody to do that? I think it sounds nasty to me just personally, so I wanna know your advice.
Um, so Clint, go to the bathroom. Just go to the bathroom, Clint. It's Listen, it's natural, and I think a mature person isn't going to think less of anyone that takes care of business when they need to.
Now, one of my favorite TikToks of yours was basically talking about how guys do not pick up on signals. Tell me about that. Why is it that guys have a hard time figuring out that this girl actually likes me?
That's a really good question, Michael. So the truth is, guys pick up on signals all the time. They just don't choose to believe the positive ones. They'll believe the negative ones all day. They'll know when someone's mad at them. If her feelings are hurt, they'll pick up on that. But it's the positive signals that they have a hard time accepting because, they've gotten burned in the past. The one time they thought they read it right, they tried, and, it did not go as planned.
Yeah.
So ever since then, they don't trust themselves as much.
Now, what about the situation where someone kind of feels like they want to ask out somebody that is their friend that, they've known for a while, maybe they're coworkers, maybe they were friends in high school or college and they've never crossed that line. Do you ever recommend that they cross that line and actually try to figure it out? Or is it just like, no, you guys are friends?
That's some tricky waters to wade through because a lot of people believe that, especially in the coworker arena, it's better left unsaid because it can affect careers. But we all know that there's exceptions to every rule. As far as, converting from a friendship to a relationship, that can be a little, hit or miss. Sometimes the mutual attraction is there and it's just unspoken. So as you're progressing through the friendship, just keep asking some deeper questions, kind of start, testing the waters. Hey, so where are you on this whole relationship thing? What are you looking for? And if you're listening both ways, you might get to hear an answer that you're looking for.
You have this amazing TikTok. That's great advice too. You have this amazing TikTok that I personally can relate to in the past, not now. But you basically said that there's a thing called a maintenance man, and the maintenance man basically he comes over and does maintenance on you from time to time, and some maintenance men aren't as good as other maintenance men. How can a man be the best maintenance man that they could possibly be for a woman? And how do they know that they stand out as far as maintenance men are concerned? Because not all maintenance men are created equal.
Oh my goodness, that is so true. Okay, the maintenance men issue is kind of a hot topic. So how to be a good one, first of all, or even just a good partner if you're not into the casual connection thing. Number one is communicate both ways. If you're not talking, you shouldn't be doing much more than that. Second is to watch her body and pay attention to what's going on. Everyone communicates non-verbally. If we're listening, we'll learn. So pay attention, get communication going both ways, and make sure, like, if you really want to be a good maintenance man, make sure that you know what specifically needs maintaining and how, the service contract likes to be upheld. Expectations are everything.
Outstanding. That's Mariana. She is up and Adam on Twitter. She's a bit of a relationship expert, dating expert, fantastic content on TikTok, also on Instagram. Now, here's the thing. James Pledger, one of our producers here, you got to meet him yesterday. And we kind of roasted him a little bit because, he says that he wants a girlfriend, but he's refusing to go online. Why do you think people are afraid to go date online? Now, I will let you know, I met my wife on Match.com and we got married 10 years ago. So there are success stories out there, but why are people hesitant about it? And is it better to date in real life or is it better to start things off online?
Right now, Michael, I think it's a very different online dating culture than it was even 10 or 15 years ago. It's turned into a bit of an entertainment for people, especially after lockdown. People didn't have anything else to do, so they got on dating apps and started connecting. And it's designed in a way to be so engaging and fun, and there's always the potential of the next one that it does kind of take on the game aspect. And so when you're trying to legitimately find a connection, like Pledge wants a girlfriend, I'm not sure that I think his instincts are right. In person, for me, is way more fun, more enjoyable, and better results every time.
James Pledger is jumping up and down right now in the studio because he says, you hear that? You hear that? She's
I just love
speaking
being
the
right.
truth.
In person's also better too because
It doesn't happen, man. It
you
doesn't
don't-
exist.
you don't risk getting the possibility of getting killed.
Now, here's the thing. I met my wife, right? My wife 10 years ago met her online. I never would have gotten a date with her in real life because I'm a bit of a dork. Okay. I am a bit of a dork. And because of that, there's something about that in real life thing that doesn't work necessarily. But because I am a bit of a dork, I felt more confident and more comfortable talking to somebody, a complete stranger, over the phone. And that's how we got to know each other. And I talk to her about that all the time. My wife is named Selena, and I'll say, if I had met you at the grocery store, if I had met you in line at Target, would you have given me any time of day? And she says, no, I wouldn't have. So dating online has its merits because it takes things away. Because oftentimes, whenever I feel this anyway, back in the day, back in the clubbing days, I kind of feel like if I was out and about and I wanted to ask a girl out to dance or for her number or whatnot, that she might say yes or might say no based on what her friends are thinking and whether they think that I'm worthy in their eyes as opposed to their own eyes. Does that make any sense at all?
It does. And one of the things that's changed a lot these days is that when you're looking at a dating profile, I don't know if you've looked at one recently. So what you see is you see a person's picture, you see their metrics, is what I say, like their age, location, job, career, everything down to like their food preferences, political affiliations. You get all this information right up front. And the problem with that, because it seems like a good idea, the problem is that it creates filters, and we're judging people so much more quickly and faster that we're eliminating all these options just based on this data. Whereas if you met them in person, those things may not have mattered at all.
It's like buying a car.
The compatibility doesn't guarantee chemistry. You can have everything good on paper, meet in person, and it's just a flop. It happens a lot.
That's true. I can totally agree with that.
So this is Mariana on TikTok. How do we find you, and how do we get into business with you as far as how you can check out what we're doing as far as dating apps are concerned and bios, and then also tell me a little bit about your Tuesday night sessions.
That's great. So we mentioned the phrase a lot, dating in real life. So I have datinginreallife.com, and you go on there and there's links to do a one-on-one with me, to do dating profile reviews, and also every Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Central, I host a Zoom call for singles. And it's a collaborative space. So it's people sharing their dating experiences, asking questions, and everyone helping each other. So you get perspectives from lots of different men and women across careers, high diversity. Everyone there has a different experience, and it's what's helped me grow the most in the past year.
One last question for you. How did you know that you were onto something on TikTok?
When I started getting the feedback from people that were really seeing things change in their personal life. Stories about meeting each other from across states. There was a couple that met one time for 30 minutes on a call. And just last month, they moved 800 miles to be together. That kind of stuff actually happens.
It's absolutely crazy. Again, that's Mariana she is on TikTok, also on Instagram. Follow her, Up and Adam. That is Up, UP, and then ANDATOM. One of my favorite content creators on TikTok. Mariana, thank you so much for being with us. Hopefully you'll be on with us again, because there's so much that we can talk about, not only dating, but how to find cues, how to approach somebody. Maybe that'll be a final word from you. How does a guy approach a girl properly? One last question.
That is a great last question. First thing you have to do is eliminate your end game. So if you're approaching somebody with the intent of getting a date, getting a number, you've already handicapped yourself. Let go of the end game and focus on the moment. Stay in the present and engage her. Just smile, give a compliment, and see what happens. If she smiles back, engages back, there's a two-way communication, you have a green light, so take it.
Very nice. We talk sports, pop culture, nostalgia. We also talk love and dating. That is Mariana from TikTok and Instagram. Follow her again, Up and Adam on TikTok. And what is your handle on Instagram?
The letter L, Mariana.
Very nice. Thank you so much for being with us. Look forward to hearing from you again. That'd be outstanding.